We've been studying about the stories at the beginning of Genesis. So here's our Genesis card. We're at the last story in the first third of the book of Genesis. That's the first book of the Bible. The last we studied, Noah got off the ark. He gave an offering to the Lord for keeping him and all the animals safe, his family and everything. And then they set up housekeeping. He grew a vineyard. I assume he did other farming too. The Bible says that they went down and settled in the plains of Shinar. Now the plains of Shinar are, move that a little bit, is this the area between the Tigris and Euphrates River. And that area is very, very fertile, and you can see it's just downhill from Ararat. We don't know just exactly where in the plains they settled. We think the first city was probably about where I had the arrow, but we don't really know for sure. And while they were there, a man rose up who was named Nimrod. At least that's what the Bible calls him. That probably was not his real name. I don't remember now. Yeah, because in Hebrew, it sounds very much like a word that is an insult. So that probably was not his real name. God did not want to honor him enough by letting his real name survive for thousands of years. So the Bible called him Nimrod. And he became a mighty hunter. And I would assume he protected people from wild animals, and the Bible mentions him as a mighty hunter, and that he founded a number of cities in this area. One of the cities was named Babel, and the people decided they needed to build a tower. Now they didn't decide to build the tower to honor God. They didn't decide to build the tower to store food. They decided to build a tower so they would not be scattered in the world. Now God had specifically told Noah to fill the earth and to use the whole earth. They wanted to stay in one place and all just stay right there. They'd use the tower as a centerpiece to hold everybody together. They also used tar to hold the bricks together, or the stones together, bricks. The Bible says they used bricks instead of stone, and they used tar instead of mortar. Tar is waterproof. And so there is speculation that they were trying to build the tower where they could take refuge if there was ever another flood and avoid being drowned. So they wanted a tower big enough to do that, which was a direct disbelief from what God had said. He had promised he'd never flood the earth again. But whether that was really in their reasons or not, they were building a tower in defiance of what God had told them to do. And you know what God said about it? He said, because these people are working together so well, they'll accomplish anything they want to do. They will build this tower as big as they want to build it. So God said, you know what? I don't want them to build it. I want them to do what I told them to do in the first place. God likes obedience. So God confused their languages. So I kind of picture two guys out there. Here, hand me the brick. Okay. What? Just suddenly they didn't speak the same language anymore. And then they separated from then into three directions the Bible tells about. Japheth's family went out to the islands in the Mediterranean Sea, and we assume up into Europe. Ham's family traveled down towards Africa, and Shem's family basically stayed in this area here, and probably went east also to Asia. So the three main directions of human settlement all spread out from here, and everybody, whether they believe in God or not, or believe in the Bible or not, believes that civilization started here in Shinar and spread out to the world from here. So there was no dispute about that. no matter what. But that's what the Bible tells us, is Japheth's family went this way, Ham's went that way, and Sham's stayed here and went that way. And that's where all our different languages come from, and why we have so many different languages in the earth. They all started right there at Babel because people weren't listening to God. Okay, so let's sing our song. From glory to glory. Would you do our signs? Because I never remember them. If you can remember.
I'll try to remember.
Okay.
From glory to glory, He's changing me, changing me, changing me. His likeness and image to perfect in me. The love of God shone to the world, for He's changing, changing me from earthly things to the heavenly. His likeness and image to perfect in me. The love of God shone to the world.
Thank you. And thank you.